Salamat. And of course, we have a lot of beautiful ladies. 35 official candidates vying for, of course, the first ever title of Hiyas ng Pilipinas. This time, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the press interaction with our candidates. The floor is now open for the interaction or the Q&A portion. So to our candidates, I know you are all ready. Our candidates will be very happy to answer all your questions. So to all our media friends, we have, can we have the microphones please? There we go. All right, we have a microphone located in the center aisle. So to all our media friends, feel free to stand, introduce yourself, and first ask your question or questions to all our candidates. Candidates, good luck. It is going to be an exciting moment. Now, let's start off the question and answer portion. Can we have our first question from our media friends, please?
Hi, lovely candidates. I am Fritz from Lagan sa Cebu. I have questions. I actually prepared this day for these questions. Can I ask Carrascal, Davao del Norte, and Cebu City?
All right, then we have Carrascal, Luis Tiones. We have Cebu City, Megan Campbell, and of course, Davao del Norte.
Quezon City as well. Thank you very much.
Right, Quezon City as well.
Alright, I have questions for Davao del Norte. With the rising of issues regarding Omicron, do you think we should close borders or no?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the
Oh, I'm so
question?
sorry. How about that one? Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good. With the rising of issues regarding Omicron, do you think we should close borders or no?
Davao del Norte is really known for its agriculture as well as its tourism as well. I don't think that we should really close the borders, all of it, like entirely, but I do think that products and also the scenery must be seen by the public. It could also help the economy and the LGU as well of different municipalities and cities as well. Although we have to restrict it to people though, because our main concern will always be the health of the people, of course.
Thank you very much. Carrascal, thank you very much, Davao del Norte. Why do you deserve to win Hiyas ng Pilipinas?
Good evening, friends. It's nice to see everyone, and I hope everybody is having a good day. So I think I deserve to win Hiyas ng Pilipinas because I am a person who works really hard. Growing up, my parents showed me the value of hard work, and I brought that into my life, into my work, into my studies, in everything I do, I strive for excellence. And that also led me to strive for academic excellence, and it led me to have my purpose after I graduated at the top of my class and also topped the National Pharmacist Licensure exam. I have that purpose to give back to my students. And purpose and passion, along with culture and humanity, with a mind and a heart, is the heart and core of Hiyas ng Pilipinas.
Thank you, Carrascal. Hapag ko na, no? Okay lang yan. Okay. Hi, Cebu City. Now, we just had our Miss Universe today, right? This year, Cebu made history with Cebuanas winning different national pageant. How will you keep Cebu being the country's powerhouse in 2022?
I think that it's important to remember how beautiful not only all types of Cebuanas are, but how unique and how much we have grown in our powerhouse as Cebuanas. And I think that we should continue to show how our culture, and we should continue to show how unique and how valuable our culture is and rich is in Cebu. And I think that that will continue to be our rise and shine from now and furthermore in more beauty pageants to come.
Thank you very much, Cebu City.
Thank you.
Can you tell us about your advocacy and why is it important to you? Or will this benefit the Hiyas ng Pilipinas 2022?
Okay, good evening everyone. As a young public servant, I think that Hiyas ng Pilipinas vision and mission is parallel to what I am doing now. As a young public servant, I am trained to be a leader and to serve compassionately the community. And with that, I will be able to voice out what Hiyas ng Pilipinas is. Thank you.
Just one last, is it okay? Okay, because thank you very much, Cousin Cindy. Because I have research about with the contestant. One of them is a teacher. Can I ask Miss Carter City? Miss Carter.
Carter City, we have Marla Oforte.
Hi, Miss Mara.
Hi,
May hapon. Okay. In your opinion, do you think transgender women are okay to join Hiyas ng Pilipinas or any woman-based pageant? For you.
In my own opinion, I think we should allow transgender women to join pageants for women because I respect that they consider themselves women, and we should always remember that the LGBTQ community does not define gender preference and orientation, but it describes that there is still unity despite diversity. Their goal is to gain respect, and one dream of achieving unity despite unity despite diversity, and one community of helping transforming the society. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, there you go. Thank you very much, Mr. Prince of Lagan. So good, of course. To our ladies, thank you very much. Indeed, a great preparation for our candidates for the final. All right, next we have another question from media friends. All right, sir.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm Ryan Mark of Pageants. First question. Some of you have joined national pageants. Do you consider it as an advantage or disadvantage? Or how do you manage expectations? Anyone who has joined a national pageant can answer.
Anybody from Orchid? All right, we have from Lapu-Lapu City. Femi.
Good evening, everyone. I have joined one national pageant before for school. It was the Philippine Association of State Universities and Colleges, to which I have won the first round ever for the Visayas region. And I'm proud of that. And I can attest to the fact that national pageants really do help with the girls, that it not only builds confidence, but also cultural awareness to the different regions. And with that, we are open and we are willing to promote each other's culture. And that is what makes it the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr.
How about an answer from Cebu City?
I have recently joined this world, and it has taught me so many lessons, and I've grown so much as a woman. And as many girls who are watching here today with a dream and a vision, not only for their family, but also to support the communities that they hope to advocate for. And joining pageants like this is a platform to be a voice for people who may not have one. And it's also a vision and a dream for girls just like me and all of us watching here today, that we can achieve greater things if we just believe with our heart and our mind, and we do it with love.
And there we go, that was Cebu City. Now how about from Davao del Norte?
Whether you're experienced or inexperienced when it comes to national pageants, I always see this as an opportunity for more growth and for more experiences and memories with different kinds of people. It will never be a disadvantage whether you're experienced or not, because this is what brings more to your character and what brings more to you understanding not only yourself, but also the kind of life that you want to lead. And like Ms. Cebu City said, it is a platform. So no matter where you are, no matter how many national pageants you've joined, as long as you have that drive and that goal to always voice your advocacy, it will never matter whether it's disadvantage or advantage.
Thank you, Double Norte. Now let's hear from Dumaguete City.
Yes, good afternoon. This is actually my second national pageant. However, the first one was a virtual one, so basically it was very different. I would say that when it comes to pageantry, it's not just about showing off ladies, their beauties and their talent. It's more than just the crown. It's the reasons behind the crown. And I don't think it's a disadvantage if you have, or an advantage as well, if you have joined a national pageant. As long as you have a genuine heart and you have a genuine reasons of why you joined the pageant, I guess that's the best reason and that's the best advantage you have. And even if I lost at my first national pageant, it did not stop me to join another one, as you can see here, because this will show that scarred people are the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Dumaguete. Now let's hear from Kalaskan.
Thank you for that question. I've also joined other national pageants like the girls before me. I was Hiyas ng Karaskal 2019, very befitting of this pageant. Miss Bikini Philippines 2019, and I also was the finalist in Miss World Philippines and in Miss Philippines Earth just this year. And every pageant is a different challenge. You have to align yourself with the goals of the organization, and it takes true adaptive skills. So through all these pageants, not only do you learn to learn new things and grow with the skills, with makeup skills, talking skills, walking skills, you also learn to adapt to different cultures, to different people, and how to communicate to different kinds of audiences. And I think that is a great advantage. Thank you.
Right, that was Kalaskan. And of course, last we have Idang Cavite.
Thank you so much for that question. Good afternoon, everyone. I have joined national pageant before, and I think this is an advantage and also a lesson for me to do more, to strive more. Because what is important for me is to showcase and exemplify my advocacy, which is empowering the youth to a better society. Because that is important. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now we just want to hear. Okay, thank you.
Miss Samis Sasilita, would you like to answer? All right, here we go.
My Nabisa Tanan. Well, it's actually my first ever pageant, and I guess actually one of the luckiest girls who got chosen to be part of Hiyas ng Pilipinas. I see Hiyas ng Pilipinas as a strong platform where we can show our advocacy. Because my advocacy is to encourage children who were from a broken family, who were abandoned, who doesn't have the capacity to support their studies. Well, I can relate to them because I myself is self-supporting. I'm very independent. I do part-time jobs, and at the same time I go to school. So I wanted to. I see national pageants as a something that can make girls like me to be influential, so that we can have partnerships to existing, or we can create new organization that can support those children who need uplifting and motivation. And also, I see Hiyas ng Pilipinas as an organization that supports tourism, because I believe that tourism should be embodied with preservation and also sustainable development by protecting our natural resources. I'll be on.
Thank you.
Very well.
I just want to hear 3 reactions from first-timers to national pageants. How do you feel knowing that other candidates have already joined not just 1 but 2 national pageants? Do you think you are at a disadvantage? Just 3 reactions.
All right, let's have Eastern Summer, Bandao City, and Talisay City. Let's start with Eastern Summer.
Hi everyone, so it's my first national pageant, and I do feel a little bit fidgety. I'm nervous, it's nerve-wracking, but I don't see that this is a disadvantage as a first-timer, because there are a lot of girls in here on this stage trying to slay and be the winner, because we are fighting and believing on the causes that is aligned with Hiyas ng Pilipinas. And I just want to remind all the girls with extraordinary dreams that it's scary to dream big, it's scary to make mistakes, but it's terrifying to miss opportunities. So you gotta get on that ship of a lifetime and sail to whatever or wherever life brings you. And remember to let your heart scream the loudest kindness that you could give to anyone and anywhere. Because I am here on this stage as a first timer and I'm trying to slay this. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Summer. Now let's have a reaction from Advocacy.
Hi everyone. So actually this is my first pageant and I am blessed and
Like your
happy.
very first pageant. Your very first pageant.
Very first national pageant, I'm sorry.
Okay.
And I am very happy and blessed to have this opportunity. And I believe that I don't take this as a disadvantage because winning the Mission of Hiyas crown is not just about showing your physical attributes, but also it is something that you show it is something that an avenue for us to magnify the advocacy that we always wanted to pursue. Thank you.
Thank you very much for Dawi City. Now, how about Talisay City?
Hello everyone, I'm Richie Loriana. Yes, this is my first national pageant, but I do not see that. Having girls join different national pageants together with me in Mission of Pilipinas is not a disadvantage or a threat, is what they say, because I believe this is a great opportunity for me to learn from those girls firsthand, from the experiences they had, and maybe this is my opportunity as well to know them more and as to how they conquer that kind of stage. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
There you go. Thank you very much, ladies. And of course, thank you very much, Mr. Jpark, entertainment editor of Bad News. Well, I think different ideas, different thoughts from our ladies, but I think it boils down to your determination to win the first ever Hiyas in Filipinas. Now let's go to the third question. Here we go.
Hi, good afternoon, ladies. I'm JK from Z Lifestyle. I'd like to call on Tacloban City.
Tacloban, please. We have Azra Atira Coloma.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Tacloban. The question is, amongst all pageants, why Hiyas not Pilipinas?
Of all the pageants, I chose Mission of Pilipinas because it is associated with my advocacy, which is inclusion and diversity. So Mission of Pilipinas has its three core values, which is beauty, culture, and humanity. And inclusion and diversity is connected with culture, and in inclusion and diversity, it is where we encourage, empower, and support differences, uniqueness, and other cultures, and everyone else, especially those who are in need. So in Hiyas ng Pilipinas, they put focus on leadership and charity, which I want to take up on. I want to focus on that, which I want to help more people. I have organized charities. My dad has a club where we organize charities, and I want to do more, to be able to do more. And with Hiyas ng Pilipinas, I want to use my voice and my power to do that. Thank you.
Thank you. My next question is for Cebu Province.
Can we have Cebu Province, Kifaya Alzir?
Kifaya, right?
Yes.
You're the youngest among all the candidates, right?
Oh, I just knew that.
That's my research a while ago. So, amidst pandemic, do you think a beauty pageant like this is still relevant? Why or why not?
Thank you. Believe it or not, I used to be a very shy kid. I was a loner growing up because I experienced racial discrimination. And during the pandemic, I have my own fair share of ups and downs. I had an emotional roller coaster because of the isolation. But then, when I heard about Mission of Pilipinas, it gave me a purpose in life because I have always been passionate for the children. And I actually started my own advocacy, Pahiyong Making Children Smile, when I was only 15 years old. And when I heard about the organization that there is a national pageant here in Cebu, I screamed because I wanted to be a representation of not just myself, but my province
children in my province. And I think that's powerful. It gave me a sense of purpose. It gave me something to do in life. And so this is the relevance of beauty pageants during this pandemic. It gives us, the women, the empowerment and the ability to help others and to amplify our voices towards the world. Thank you.
And my last question goes to Carrascal and Carcar City.
Can we have Carrascal, Luis, and of course from Carcar City, Marla Forte.
Good afternoon, Marla. So the question goes, what do you think is the biggest mistake in your life that is not worth to be shared to anyone and why?
I believe that I haven't done any mistakes that is not worth sharing with anyone. As a teacher by profession, I always share the things that I have done, whether it's right or wrong. It is because I share it to my students because I wanted them to learn from my experiences. I wanted to impart to them the knowledge that I have learned, and it's okay to make mistakes, whether it's not worth sharing or it's worth sharing, whatever it is. The most important thing is that we learned after making that mistakes, and that made you a better person. And that's it.
That was very nice. Alright, let's hear also from Carrascal.
Carrascal City question.
Okay, I think it's for both teachers. Yeah, I think I pretty much have the same answer. In my experience in teaching my students, I share whenever I can. And I know that sometimes even I make mistakes. There will be times where my students would just chat me, if it's virtual, they chat me, Mom, isn't it this way or that way? And I'm very open to those kinds of interruptions in the lessons because it tells me that my students are listening, my students are analyzing the lesson, and they're learning with me. As a teacher, it's not that you're 100%, like you know everything, you're the master of everything. As a scholar myself, I know that there is always something to learn from every man you meet in your life. And so even as a teacher, I will always learn from my students and learn with them.
There you go. Thank you very much, Carrascal. And of course, Mr. GPA of the Limestone. He's getting exciting and exciting. Our candidates are really prepared. Now let's go to our fourth question. All right.
Good evening, ladies. People of Baguio City, Cebu Province, Eastern Samar, Tacloban, and Dasmariñas. So,
Yep.
I'm Junichi Yokoshita. I'm just a carrier from Pageant Trend from Sergey. So, good evening. So, you only have one question. So, the common question is, what do you think is your best asset towards winning the Hiyas ng Pilipinas crown?
Thank you so much for that question. I think the best asset that I have is my commitment to what I do. When I do something, when I have passion, I see to it that I give my all. One thing that really attracted me to Hiyas ng Pilipinas is its vision, mission, and its goal, which is community service, which is in parallel to whatever you want to do. And that is exactly why I am joining Pageants, is to promote health for all and my healthcare advocacy. I actually have a charity which is called Mactan, and that is my way of giving back to the community, reaching out to the people and giving them the help that they need. Medically, we provided circumcisions, medical checkups, HIV screenings, and I think that is very relevant today. And that is one quality that I think that I have that could make me be the first ever Hiyas ng Pilipinas. Thank you.
All right. Next, Cebu Province.
As we all know, joining a national pageant is a lot of hard work. But no matter how hard it is, I'm always reminded that I'm also driven by so much courage and so much hard work. And so the quality that I have that I think would best make me fit to win Hiyas ng Pilipinas is that I am a fighter. As what the previous questionnaire told me earlier, I am the youngest among the candidates, but I still decided to join Hiyas ng Pilipinas. As young as I am driven by my advocacy, which is pageant, making children smile. I will never get tired of mentioning this advocacy because this is the core strength as to why I joined these pageants. Way back in my province, I have been to mountainous elementary schools, and the sadness that I feel upon seeing the kids there who are unable to have access to education is immeasurable. And this is a platform in where I want to give them an environment that they are free and that they will think that they can because they have the capability to do so. One time, I interviewed this kid in Alegria, Cebu. He told me, "Ate, pobre raman taon mi," and in English it means we are just poor. And so, because of that, it became the core strength in the four chambers of my heart that I am going to carry this in the national pageant. And sir, to the organization, to the Hiyas ng Filipinas, thank you so much for giving me this platform. Right now, I am speaking about my advocacy with all the medias around, and I am heard, and I am just thankful. And I think that is why I am fit to be Hiyas ng Filipinas, because I am driven with purpose. Thank you.
That was Tifaya, Hiyas ng Cebu Province. Now let's have from...
Hello, good afternoon. I believe that what makes me unique is not only my talents and my beauty, but also my experience. I've suffered mental health conditions like anxiety and depression to the point that I've sought mental health professional. But here I am proving that nothing is insurmountable with a lot of faith and persistence. I think persistence can beat any struggles, and no intelligent man, no matter how beautiful you are or rich you are, but if you're persistent, you can achieve anything. And I think I want to be an advocate not only for mental health, but also to other matters that I'm passionate about, that I'm willing to be a spokesperson, and that is environmental preservation and tourism promotion. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, Hiyas ng Las Marinas, Cavite. Now let's hear from Tacloban City.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon again. So I believe that to win the crown needs a certain characteristic, and that is the values and like dedication, commitment, faith, and passion. I believe I have those assets, and I need to be there and use that asset to make myself, to make my goals happen. And together with the goals of Mission of Filipinas and their mission, combined with my mission and goals, I believe that winning Mission of Filipinas, I will be able to do that. Thank you.
Thank you, Hiyas ng Tacloban. Now let's have Eastern Summer.
Good evening, everyone. So presently, I just found the courage to actually advocate for myself. So I think my edge among the other candidates are my 3 Bs. First is my beauty. I think I can best represent Hiyas ng Filipinas organization because I have the beauty in me that people could easily connect with. I have the body that could best represent Hiyas ng Filipinas organization, which is hardworking, committed, and driven. I have the last B, which is my bravery. I have the boldness and bravery in me that whatever life throws at me, come on, show it with me and I will face you with my hidden wings. Whatever the organization is fighting for, I think I could best represent them because I am Hiyas ng Eastern Summer. Thank you.
There you go. Thank you very much, Eastern Summer, and to the rest of the ladies, and of course, you still have... Alright, there you go. Thank you very much, Mr. Junichi Yamashita from Pageant Trend, and of course, congratulations as well for winning Misters of Filipinas, representing Cebu City. Now let's have next questioner.
Hi, I'm Hapon. I'm Prashasa from the Greenland. I would like to request our representatives sa Cebu. The non-representatives sa Cebu.
All representative from Cebu Province, Cebu City, Lapu-Lapu City, Mandaue City, Talisay, Bantayan Island, Karkari City, Tuburan, and Mandawi. So let's start off with question first, Ms. Bahaza.
In these trying times, we all know that this is not the end of everything as of yet. So, if ever you will win Hiyas ng Pilipinas, what will you do in your reign that will benefit Cebu?
Let's start from Hiyas ng Karkar.
During this pandemic, even without Hiyas ng Pilipinas, before I came here, I honestly joined Hiyas ng Pilipinas not for my dreams alone, but for my students as well. I actually advocate for providing schools paraphernalia to students who are learning in remote areas. And if given a chance to win Hiyas ng Pilipinas, I will continue and even if we are still not back to normal, I will continue. I will always have a great leadership and innovation in ensuring that learning never stops. And as a teacher, we always work individually and collectively to ensure that education continues. And as an advocate of education, and if given a chance to win, I will always impart the knowledge that I have learned and ask for assistance to work with a certain organizations aside from Hiyas ng Pilipinas to help Cebu.
Thank you very much, Hiyas ng Karkar. Now let's have Hiyas ng Lapu-Lapu City.
Good evening. Well, when the pandemic happened, it was more than evident that businesses have closed and it was a struggle for a lot of businesses in general. I, in fact, am managing a small laundry shop and can see the fluctuation of sales. And with that, and if I win Hiyas ng Pilipinas, I am willing to use the tools that they will provide me to encourage everyone to please support local. Not only will it boost our economy, but also grow our national identity and please to help your fellow Filipinos. Thank you.
Thank you, Hiyas ng Lapu-Lapu City. Now let's have Hiyas ng Cebu Province.
If I will win Hiyas ng Pilipinas, what will I do that can benefit my province? Well, I have been working with different organizations in my municipality. I worked with Kekidat Siboma, which is a government organization, and I have been part of their charity drives as well. And because of that, I started my own charity. Then again, Pahiyong Making Children Smile. And the good thing is that I see Hiyas ng Pilipinas as a very open space for me to learn, to adapt, and to implement. And I am very open towards learning from the organizers, from the girls, from the organization, because it is well known that we are equally beautiful and substantial. If I win Hiyas ng Pilipinas 2022, I would use that as a driving force for me to amplify my cause, for me to widen my horizon, and to open myself for more charity drives, more charity events, and to give more opportunities for the Cebuano children. Thank you.
Thank you, Cebu Province. Now let's have Talisay City.
Hello again, everyone. So, if I will be given that award, I mean, if I would be your first ever Hiyas ng Pilipinas, aside from the fact that I would be promoting Cebu, especially my hometown, Talisay, that will help boost not just the tourism in spite of this pandemic, but also the economy. I'd also put emphasis to our virtual world, because since the pandemic happened, our means of communication has been every social media platform. So I wanted to make a move wherein we are comfortable to have our sisters, our brothers, the young ones, most especially to use every social media platform that is safe and you are just confident for them using it. And aside from that, I also wanted to give emphasis to the single mom, because I am raised by a single mother and I have shown how brave she was raising 3 beautiful Marias. So I want to support organizations support single mothers, so that would give emphasis how beautiful and brave a single mom is. Thank you.
Talisay City. Now let's have from Tubuhan, Cebu.
Good evening, everybody. I'm so excited to be here and I'm really, really happy because this is actually my first major pageant. If ever I will be your next first Hiyas ng Filipinas, I would want to focus on the community because in Tuburan there's a lot of barangays. It's actually the municipality that has the most barangays in Cebu. It has 54 barangays. And I want to work with a lot of charities to help the people who are also living in the steep mountains because I've seen and I've experienced how hard the life is there. And I also want to promote the culture of Cebu because we are very rich in diversity in culture and we have these beautiful natural resources. And I want to promote that and show everyone that it truly is more fun in Cebu. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Hiyas ng Tubuhan. Now let's have Hiyas ng Bantayan Island.
First of all, I want to say the venue is unique for us here. But to answer your question, I just want to say that with the pandemic, most people took it as a disadvantage. But for me, when you live in an island, you take it equally like it's more of an advantage because I'm living in an island. I have sunset, beautiful sceneries with me. And I'm actually excited to show to my fellow candidates the beauty of the island because Cebu is not just a city, right? We have beautiful beaches, we have a variety of, in Cebu we have it all. So I'm excited to show to, first of all, I'm looking forward to the tour. After that, I will be able to share to everyone how good Cebu is. After that, it will be a platform for me to show that Cebu is not just a place for tourists or travelers. It will be for those people who are also, it is also rich in culture and with Cebuanos, they're full of love. And that's it for me. I'm excited to just bring Cebu in a national pageant. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Hiyas ng Bantayan Island. Now let's have Hiyas ng Cebu City.
I am humbled and honored to be wearing this sash across my heart. Being here in Cebu, I have grown into who I am today. And throughout the pandemic, I think that it has shown me to reflect on what it is that I can do for not only myself, but the people around me too. I am a teacher. I'm most recently a certified holistic wellness coach as well. And I'm working closely with my father to develop a youth program for scholarship to get them off the streets and to get them involved with sports and hopefully lead them into an education. If there's anything the pandemic has taught us, is how valuable community is. It's how valuable it is to be kind and to share our resources. Because here in Cebu, we are so abundant in so many resources and we are so creative that Cebu never ceases to amaze me in our innovation. I believe that it is never the end, and if it is, let it be just the beginning for something new. And I am so happy and excited to be here as your first ever Hiyas ng Cebu City 2022. Thank you.
There you go. Thank you very much, Hiyas ng Cebu City. Next, let's hear from Hiyas ng Mandawi City.
If I will win the crown, I would like to promote my advocacy, which is Himsog, championing community health. This advocacy is also relevant during this time of pandemic. And to give you a little background about my advocacy, Himsog is derived from a Visayan term which literally means healthy in English. As a student nurse, I believe that being healthy is really important since it gives us feeling of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. This advocacy started way back 3 years ago when me and my family, in collaboration with our local government, which is Subaknaco Mandawi City, organized the program, Subaknaco Street Children Feeding Program. That experience gave me the chance to
chance to highlight my advocacy, which is HIPSON, championing community health. And I hope that Hiyas ng Pilipinas will further my causes. Thank you.
There we go, and of course, we have Hiyas ng Toledo City.
So when I first got here, the things I've heard of people when I wear my sash were like, where is Toledo located? Like, what is Toledo? But if I win the title Hiyas ng Pilipinas 2022, I would promote my city, which is so important for me because that city is where I was raised, and that I am proud to say that the joyful city of Toledo is the has the #1 growth rate this year. And that is why, if I win this crown or this title, I would promote the tourism in my city so that everyone will know where is Toledo. Thank you.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen, that was our 8 lovely candidates representing Cebu. Now we will have our last question. Let's have last two. All right, once again.
I'm back, ladies, but a different question coming from Tito Norman. So can I call Miss Megan Jean Campbell and Luis Dionis?
We have Hiyas ng Cebu City and Hiyas ng Carrascal. So let's start with Cebu City.
So both of you have a common question. So your question would be, for those who crossed over from other national pageants, what have you learned from your previous pageant that is helping you in Hiyas ng Pilipinas?
Hi, Tito Norman, if he's watching. I miss you. Nice to see you again. Speak with you again. Joining this world has been an opportunity for growth. I met a lot of women, much like my sisters here today, who's helped me to grow and develop in my strengths and also my weaknesses. I was able to reflect on the things that I would like to work on, and I realized how much drive I have in my vision for my dream. I do this for my family. I do this for my communities. I do this for the people who also want to dream. I've been in many different provinces and realized that they have skill sets that I don't have. And there are many lessons that we can find all around us. And so I think that learning never stops. And as a teacher myself, I will also continue to be and do that for the people around me and myself. And as long as you don't stop and don't stop dreaming, keep going.
Thank you, Hiyas ng Cebu City. Now can we have Hiyas ng Carrascal?
Thank you for that question as well, Tito Norman. So joining national pageants is no joke. You see our beauties here on stage. We look like we're super chill and this is easy, but it is not at all. There's a lot of struggle behind these smiles and behind these perfect hair and everything. So from the different pageants, I think I learned and grew a lot. I matured in ways that I didn't even think of before. I learned new skills like makeup, and I learned that even in my lowest times, I can still push myself. Like even when you're sick, when you have a goal that you're truly working towards, you can find the strength within yourself to keep on going. And I think in this time of pandemic, that is a really relevant lesson for everyone, even at their lowest moments, to find the strength that they have within themselves. Especially us Filipinos, we are resilient. And so that is probably the biggest lesson that I want to share on this platform. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Hiyas ng Carrascal, as well as Hiyas ng Cebu City. And of course, thank you very much, Junichi Yabushita, and of course, to Tito Norman, thank you very much. Now let's have our last question. We have here the lifestyle editor of iNews PH, Mr. Dexter Alazas. Hi, sir.
Thank you. All right, so I think we've heard a lot of stories and answers from everyone in the Visayas. But there's 2 women, I think, from Bohol that we haven't heard of. So do we have candidates from Bohol here?
We have from Taos and Tagbilaran.
All right, so may I request that both of you to please stand up. My question is very simple. Since Hiyas ng Pilipinas is, of course, the first ever Hiyas ng Pilipinas is organized more or less or more of Cebuanos or Visayas, people from the Visayas. You, in particular from Bohol, do you find this as an advantage or a disadvantage? And, give us a reason why.
Thank you. Thank you for calling me as well. I was really cold in my seat. Now, being Boholana and being in a Cebu-based pageant, I think this really depends on your mindset, whether this is a disadvantage or an advantage on your part. Now, as an aspiring beauty queen, I believe that we should never take anything as a disadvantage. We should take everything in stride, do our best, and also pray, And we have to consider everything that we put into our efforts, our experiences, and never consider anything as a disadvantage but an advantage. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was our yes from Tagbilaran. Next, we have Josephine from Taos, Bohol.
For me, it is an advantage in my part. Of course, I want to be the voice of the unheard, especially that my advocacy is conservation for marine life protects. As a daughter of a fisherman, since I was young, my father would need a little company of inspiration. Therefore, I string along with him as he goes fishing. And as I grew older, I realized that fishing is not just about the throwing and the pulling of the nets in the sea, but it also constitutes of us being able to protect the sea and the marine life it supports, and this is what I want to share to Hiyas ng Pilipinas. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, and that is Bohol. Now let's have from Bohol Province.
Hello everyone. For me, being in Cebu, in a Cebu-based pageant, I don't think it's either an advantage or a disadvantage for me because all of the girls have an opportunity. We have the chance to win a crown here in Hiyas ng Pilipinas. We all have an equal chance in this pageant. And as long as we do our best, try hard, and enjoy the time we have together, then we can succeed in whatever we want to do. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies.
So we've heard a lot of things from the Visayas and the Cebuanas and the Boholanas. This time, we want to hear the people, the ladies from Mindanao and Luzon.
Can we start with Mindanao first? Can we have our yes candidates from Mindanao?
This is actually still the same question, but it's really up to you how to expound on the story behind being, Hiyas ng Pilipinas is organized here and it's held here. Being in Luzon and Mindanao, do you find it an advantage or a disadvantage? And what made you want to join this pageant?
Thank you for the opportunity to speak before all of you here before this night ends. So, on my part, I don't find this as a disadvantage. In fact, the screening process that I've undergone is through virtual. And being able to stand here in front of you through that virtual screening proves that it is not just an opportunity for the Visayas, for the ladies in Visayas, because Hiyas ng Pilipinas are not looking for a specific person from a specific region, but rather a woman who can embody their objectives and goals. And I believe that I have the ability, the capacity, and I am passion-driven. And for me, from the Davao region, I don't see myself as at a disadvantage. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Hiyas from Davao City. Now can we have Misamis Occidental.
Magabi again. So, someone from the Mindanao area, I don't see myself as a disadvantage from these girls coming from Cebu City or Cebu Province. It's because we are equally screened for this title, and I was one of the luckiest to be chosen. So I believe they see something in me, they see some potential in me that I can represent Hiyas ng Pilipinas to the world. So and also I think that Hiyas ng Pilipinas doesn't only look for leadership and also sense of compassion towards their advocacy, but also they wanted to promote Philippines to the world. And I believe that my province have all what it takes to represent our country. And because I wanted to, one of the reasons why I joined Mission of Hiyas because I wanted to promote my province itself, the Misamis Occidental, for its natural resources that's diverse with flora and fauna. And I believe that that is also one of something that we should be proud of to the world. That's all. And I also would like to encourage everyone to please protect our natural resources because that is also one of our factors to uplift the economy's status. That will be all.
So if we have Misamis Occidental, we have also Misamis Oriental.
Hello, good afternoon everyone. I believe that we don't have the disadvantage or advantage with regards to joining a certain pageant because it is all about the cause, why you are joining. You are not joining for the sake of joining, but you are here for a purpose. You are here to carry the voice and be the voice of the voiceless and represent your municipality, your province into the national area and hopefully in the international arena. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, the Misamis Oriental. Sultan Kudara, your turn.
Good afternoon, everyone. So I don't think that, as for someone like me who came from Mindanao area, I don't think that this is an advantage for me. Because first of all, the reason why I joined Hiyas ng Pilipinas is that I want to promote my advocacy and I also want to promote my province, Sultan Kudarat. So my advocacy, actually before I joined this pageant, I offered free tutorial services to some of the elementary and high school students in my place. Because as a fresh graduate of Bachelor of Science in Accountancy, I experienced and I understand how difficult it is for us to study during this time of pandemic. You know, with the online classes and with the modular learning system, it's very difficult. And with that, I realized that this pandemic will never be the hindrance for us to achieve our goals and for us to attain good and quality education. Because I strongly believe that education plays a vital role in building our nation. It is through education that we commit ourselves in empowering our country and the people itself. And that poverty will never be the hindrance for us to attain good and quality education. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yes, Sultan Kudarat. Now let's have Bukidnon.
Hello, good afternoon everyone. Well, for me, I think that this would be a disadvantage for anyone because we're all the same and we have our own experiences and we're all giving our best. So I think that this is a fair competition for all. And the main reason why I joined this pageant is because I really want to try getting out of my comfort zone, and I also want to share information with others and to promote my advocacy, which is quality education for all. I also wanted to promote my place, which is the Bukidnon. We all know that Bukidnon is known for pineapples, and I wanted to let everyone know that Bukidnon is more than just that. There's a lot of wonderful places there, and I hope that you can all visit there someday. Thank you.
And last from Mindanao, we have Hiyas ng Panabo City.
Mayong gabi sa tanan. For me, there is no disadvantage or advantage in joining this kind of pageant, which is the Hiyas ng Pilipinas, because we have been given an equal opportunity to represent our city, and also it is a chance for me to represent Panabo City because in national pageant, some of the people ask me, where is Panabo City? I always said that Panabo City is in Davao del Norte, and I am very proud that Panabo City has been one of the city that is competing in a national pageant. And also it is an opportunity for me to widen my platform in my advocacy, which is the children's right and protection. In that way, I can be able to help the abandoned and homeless children and also the children in conflict with the law. Thank you.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That was our ladies, our candidates from Mindanao region. Now let's have our candidates from Luzon, except those who already answered the question or questions.
Thank you again.
Good evening. My answer to your question is there is no advantage or disadvantage in joining this pageant even though I am from Luzon. Because Hiyas ng Pilipinas is a celebration of true Filipino beauty, our culture, our nation as a Filipino. We are all women here, equally talented, beautiful, and has advocacies. And it's up to the judges and the people to choose who among us 35 girls is fitting for the crown. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hi, good evening everyone. I don't think there is advantage or disadvantage from us girls from Luzon because we are judged by our beauty, by our talent and character and intelligence. And in fact, I am more than happy that this is happening in Cebu because this is my first time in Cebu and I must say that I fell in love with the place. It's such a wonderful place. Warm-hearted Cebuanos and Cebuanas, and I must say with our organization, Cebuanas are very generous people. And yeah, in fact, even when this pageant is over, I will definitely come back. Maayong gabi at daghang salamat.
We're so excited for that. We're so sweet. Thank you very much. Now let's have Indang Cavite.
Standing here today in front of you is truly an honor. And I don't see this as a disadvantage for us all because we are all driven. Because we want to be part of the legacy of Hiyas ng Pilipinas. And I want to show the world what am I capable of. And that is to promote good leadership and to create positive impact to the community. And that I can say that I carried me the mission and vision of Hiyas ng Pilipinas. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, Quezon Province.
Good evening, everyone. I don't think that there is a disadvantage nor advantage, but rather an opportunity. Before this pandemic, I have always dreamt of being a representative of my province on a bigger stage. A bigger stage means a bigger platform, a platform to spread our advocacy. But then, because of the pandemic, my dream put on hold. But now, it reminds us that our dreams may be put on hold, but it will when the right time comes. And for me, this is my right time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Hiyas ng Quezon Province. Now let's have from Caloocan City.
First of all, it's such an honor to be here. I don't see it as a disadvantage, especially with a person who is driven, passionate, and has a purpose. Last November 27, I won the title Miss Philippine Youth Princess 2021. In that way, I got to share my advocacy, which is women empowerment through body positivity. Standing here right now, I get the chance to share my advocacy with a bigger audience with Hiyas ng Pilipinas. I believe that every woman is capable of being a beauty queen no matter what size, color, and shapes they are. For me, that is the essence of true empowered beauty. I am one with the revolution in the world of beauty pageants. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Hiyas ng Caloocan City. Now next, Hiyas.
Hello, good evening everyone. We came here all the way from Luzon just to be part of Hiyas ng Pilipinas, and I will follow Hiyas ng Pilipinas wherever it be. Because the core values of Hiyas ng Pilipinas is closely related to my advocacy and it's close to my heart. The beauty, humanity, and culture. My advocacy is a small program that focuses on the children. And I started that program for the children near my place in sanitary landfilling area. And I want Hiyas ng Pilipinas to help me to reach out to all the children, all the garbage collector children, because I believe that they have the power and they have the positive mind also and ambition to be more and to be, to be ambitious like me. And for me, Hiyas ng Pilipinas have a beautiful heart to continue the culture of helping humanity. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Now let's have Lucena City.
Good afternoon, everyone. Well, I don't think that this is an advantage. This is a disadvantage for us Luzon candidates in joining Hiyas ng Pilipinas, because through this organization we are able to share our own advocacies, our experiences, that no matter how different we are from one another, most especially our language, our culture, we are able to share and have that friendship and sisterhood that we will forever treasure, that we will forever cherish in our moments. And I don't think that God will give us ladies this opportunity if we can handle all the pressures and all the struggles that we will be meeting along the way. That is why I know that with all the advocacies that we are pursuing, that we are wanting to show a lot of people, we are able to preserve the beauty and of course the tourism that Hiyas ng Pilipinas organization is really promoting. Thank you and maayong hapon.
Maayong hapon, Lucena City. Now let's have Cavite Province.
Hi, good afternoon. Before I joined this pageant, I am already aware on what job should I do. That's the reason why I don't see any disadvantage or advantage, because I am always ready to help, to listen, and to know that there is no easy way in achieving my dreams. I know that I will work harder and I should be a hardworking person for me to achieve everything in life. I am always passionate and driven. I am always putting my heart in everything I do. That's the reason why there's no disadvantage for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Cavite. And now last to answer the question, Hiyas ng Paranaque.
Thank you so much. Honestly, I don't see any disadvantages on that side, but I can see it as an advantage for me, because honestly, I am really from Mandaue City, Cebu, originally from Mandaue City, Cebu, but currently based in Manila for about 5 years now and been working there also. And I don't see any disadvantages on that, or any advantage, most especially from the girls from Cebu City, since this is based in Cebu. Because somewhat like, if they do join a beauty pageant that is based in Manila with the Luzon representatives, it won't be an advantage also for the Luzon representatives. Because Hiyas ng Pilipinas isn't just about a favoritism, isn't about they already have the person to win, but just because they chose this 35 different ladies who has different purposes. And I, being lucky to be part of them, to promote and to give my purpose for the LGBT, for the mental health, and also for the body shaming, to change every stereotype that every person, no matter what gender, no matter what you are going through, no matter what body shape that you have, you may be fat, thin, or thinner than they think, or even if the people would always judge you because you doesn't fit, it's not just because it's beauty on the physical appearance, it will always be the beauty inside your heart. And I am very, very thankful for the Hiyas ng Pilipinas for giving us this opportunity, for giving me this opportunity for the people to know what really purpose I have here. Thank you.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That was Hiyas ng Paranaque. Can we give a big round of applause to all the ladies all the way from Luzon region? Thank you very much, and of course, thank you as well to the lifestyle editor of iNews PH, Mr. Dexter Alonso.